Hello, folks. Welcome to the Hello World, podcasting with Magdalena. How is everybody doing? Listen, thanks for tuning in. And, this will be right now recording out the regular, weekly podcasting. So I just wanted to apologize again. But the energy is so complicated right now that it's um, even very hard to kind of do the weekly report without having to jump out of the daily realities. So anyway, welcome, folks. For those who are new, my podcasting is about personal mastery, personal growth, trying to figure out who the heck we are in this processing here. And in the meantime, using actually astrology as a GPS for the personal and the collective kind of, I will not necessarily say the word guidance, but I see what's kind of ahead of us. So, as my favorite question is always, how you handling the energies? How are you doing? Well, this today recording is getting a little more complicated again. Look, like I said, because there are so many realities here that we are dealing with it, and I kind of hate to kind of mix too many aspects because it may end up to be pretty confusing for a lot of people. And but on the some level, I think we may have to kind of step up and recognize that you know we really wanted to kind of try to expand our border of how we are seeing reality. And I think this is where I would like to kind of bring the moon in Virgo in today. So before I go on, I will just kind of let me check the planets. The sun is still in Taurus. Oh, we are soon moving into Gemini. Moon is in Virgo. Mercury is in Taurus. Oh my God, no wonder this intense, statement. Venus is in Aries. Mars is in Gemini. That will actually move pretty soon also in Cancer. So it will end up to be even more emotional than what we are dealing right now. Jupiter is in Sagittarius retro, Saturn is in Capricorn retro, Uranus is in Taurus, Neptune Pisces, Pluto retro in Capricorn, Chiron in Aries, North Node in Cancer retro, and Lilith in Pisces. So, as I always say, so what does that all mean to us? And as I was kind of beginning this, podcasting, saying that we may have to kind of jump the border, expand our borders, because to understand what's really going on, sometimes we have to kind of go to the next level. As I like to quote Mr. Einstein, you cannot solve the problem on the same level. It happens, so you have to kind of approach it from a, higher, from the next layer. And I think this is what we are dealing right now here. And so I kind of thought that maybe I would just kind of throw this whole new world in it. A word, not world. That's interesting. Multidimensional realities. So when I'm saying that, why would I use this multidimensional reality? Actually maybe interaction with our own reality, let's just say maybe that way. Since we are actually dealing with the Jupiter in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is actually, already, outside this realm of personal. It's more collective. The Capricorn is the same. Pisces is the same, and Aquarius is the same. These are all constellations. They are actually more in the collective. And Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. These are all still personal. planet constellations. So we have this whole mixture between these two different, personal and collective experiences. And as we can see right now, there's a humongous interaction, or we can actually see the interaction from other people's, impacting the collective. And, our own personal whole new point of experience, which we have actually shown in Aries, Sun, Mercury, and Uranus in Taurus. Aries is the first sign, and having the Chiron. Remember, I'm constantly talking about how we've been impacted, programmed, and all these belief systems, they are hijacked. So a lot of time people are actually not even coming from their own belief system, but from being programmed. And I think in many cases people even not understanding that different realities or actually archons that are in this multidimensional reality, that how they are actually impacting us. And there's this whole war, folks, going on here. And remember, I was kind of trying to give you this heads up and to try to research a little more about this 5G and what the heck is really going on here. I think this is so multi-layered that it's very difficult for a lot of people to kind of even grasp the understanding. And a lot of people are just saying, well, it's just another technology. Well, yes, it's another technology, but did you actually recognize on what level this technology might work? And hold on, no, I don't have it right now here. Hold on. I have it here. I actually came across, let me just see this, about the Steve Gamble. I mean, I've been reading, his material for quite a bit, and I came actually last night again across one of his articles. And it's on the Facebook, and he talks about the origin of the word Israel, who or what really controls the world. And what really became very interesting to me, when you come in his article to the point, and he talks about the astral mantra is on earth as it is on heaven. And he talks about coming 5G revolution and the smart grid, which is being forced upon us. And the smart grid is exactly the same level of control that the astral lords have in their diseased heavens, where all captured souls are connected to their universal mind consciousness. So I would say let that sink in. Folks, I kind of gave you a little warning, about this, expand our borders and the way we are thinking and how we are thinking and what's really going on. And I've been talking about many times that you cannot solve the problem until you really understand what's really going on. And this article is actually very much in sync with the video I was recently watching about the oracle reports where she was talking about the 2020, alignment, and this 33 to 38 years cycles of Pluto and Saturn, and she went all the way back to the 1914, and explaining the experiences what we went through those different stages, and how she was kind of questioning the question. So how will it play out here? Trump, 5G, internet, and I don't know what was the last point she was talking about. And I said, this is very interesting. So sometimes, you really have to kind of research to get your ducks in the row, or kind of try to connect the dots. And, for many, the information can be very new, and it's very scary, if you do not understand what's really going on, So the point becomes right now is that about understanding actually a broader spectrum of information, and understanding that, how these multidimensional realities are impacting us, and how these dimensions are also programmed, or actually using humans for the false light. And a lot of the time, the channeled material is also false information, trying to entice humans to do the noble work. And that a lot of time people are so excited when they get this message from the spirit, thinking that's the true information, when in reality could be actually disguised archons that are not serving for the best interest of the humanity. So folks, with this information, it's look like I'm not trying to play the doomsday here. I'm trying to give you some kind of points of reference, and try to figure out, how to unlock these codes, because this programming is going on for thousands of years, nothing new on the sky. But as I was listening actually last week to Emily from the Off the Planet Radio, I think something made a matrix mush or something, how she was calling number 9. She had a very interesting point with her guest on the show, where they were talking about, that we are right now in this whole new programming, rewriting the program, and that these forces that are controlling us and their minions, they're trying to change the platform, not the platform, but this timeline practically, if you want to call that way, so that they can insert a new program. And that's perfect when I'm seeing, that we are finishing right now a lot of aspects before 2020 in January, when we are moving into this whole new cycle. And sometimes, as I always say, you really wanted to integrate these aspects so that they are not floating outside and not controlling you. But when you integrate something, then you understand, and you are not getting, pulled into and create reaction. But work with a solution. And what's the solution? Empower yourself, as we always say. Be yourself. Do good for the humanity. And it's actually very much a balancing sheet for all of us. And look, like I said, this is right now a very complicated time, because a lot of people are not understanding to they even don't know that they can step outside